All right. Welcome back with some more Enderal Forgotten Stories. Alrighty. So, do 3-star. That'll probably be a bit difficult to get. Wanted an arc. Nope, that's a 3-star. We'll wait on that. Three-star. That's probably a 4-star fight. Let's check with that one. Does that give us any quest marker? No. Okay. Okay. I think the main thing we've got right now is to do this. Hang on, do I have any? I do have some points I can spend. What do I want to spend those on? Guess I'll put 4 into rhetoric to work up to getting to 70. And I think I would like to try to get mentalism up a bit more.
My sir?
What time is it? Yeah. 8:16 p.m. If I want to be able to access any stores, I'll have to sleep. Great. When's the last time I checked in with the bank? I think it's been a minute.
Uh-huh.
What?
Walk blessed, my sir. How can...
I'd like to withdraw. Okay. It's only been about 2 days. But that's 500. Where am I at? Cash rise. Okay. 3,700.
Yeah? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
What level of rhetoric do I need? I need 1 adept, and then the rest need to be expert.
No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Okay.
Walk blessed.
Only the best.
I hate how
From the Red Sea.
Yeah,
she's
sure.
always late.
That's just how it.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red man.
Where's the actual
What
shopkeep?
the fuck is wrong with this world?
There you are.
Looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Okay. Guessing you don't have red arc, do you? No, you do not. Cool.
Come again.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. Just take a look around and tell me if you see anything you like.
Greetings. Do you need a potion? Sure. Take a look.
Rhetoric expert.
Walk blessed.
One more expert rhetoric
Watch
book.
yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
Huh? Can I help you?
Greetings. Sure. May his light guide you.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you around here before. Just take a look around and tell me if you see anything you like.
Vegetables, bread fresh from the oven. Treat yourself.
Does the bank sell skill books?
Hungry for arcane secrets?
Hello. How may I be of service? Of course.
They do.
Walk blessed.
Okay.
And don't forget your...
Then I want 5 mentalism.
Huh? Can I help?
Sun Temple.
Who are you?
You should also check while I'm here for Scrolls of Odinus. Odinus's key.
That's what I'm here for. Take a look.
Five mentalism books. I will take those Scrolls of Odinus key. I will also take some... I don't need Scrolls of Teleport to Arc. Because I have my recall. Actually, you know what? I would like some Scrolls of Teleport to Arc, so that way I can use the Scrolls of Recall, so I can use Recall, Mark and Recall, to go places. Anything I can sell? Those are useless for me. Not going to use the mead. I grab it just to sell it.
Walk blessed.
Okay. We should be pretty prepared.
Malphas's blessings.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Okay. 21 per second, that's really expensive. I think I'm going to stick with the Spell Ward rank 2 for now. Because that's only 8. I imagine that should be a lot better once I get the next perk. I've not been using Flame Bite. We'll remove that. I never use the horse. I don't think I really need Mark in my favorites. Return would be the one that I'm going to use more. Meditation. I believe there should be just a button for that, actually. Controls. There's not a button for meditate? Could have sworn there was. Okay. I guess not. To the Myriad Tower. Believe this will be taking us into the Whisperwood.
Sir? Yes?
So much to do, so little time.
Walk blessed. Sure. Where to?
Actually, where am I needing to go? Border of the Heartland.
Sure. Where to?
Yes?
Grandmaster Oranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to take the trial to become a keeper.
Oh, yes. You're the prodigy. I was expecting something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that. How selfless of you! But as you wish. Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy. Give me the package the Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
Okay. Could you be a little less classist, bud?
What? Oh, hello. You're our unexpected addition, aren't you? The prodigy?
You look special. Like, you look like a very important NPC. You've got a fancy face tattoo and everything. I don't think that's a tattoo you can normally get.
It does, actually. I'm Kalia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the first sigil. I have been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
These days, I seem to get into trouble wherever I go.
As long as you handle it as well as you did in Old Rashengrad, that's not a bad thing, is it? You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
I don't want to hear it.
That was the Myrad.
You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
As you wish, Princess.
Heretics.
No skin off my back.
Enough of the chatter. Come here. Here. These potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them. Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place. As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long. Any questions?
What spores are you talking about exactly?
Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest.
That
and
puts me at 20
staying near
knowledge.
them worsens the arcanist's fever. So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
Blessing of the Wise One, rank 2.
Good. Stay close to me.
I want to check that first. Strange potion? Rank 2. Okay. Increases your primary fight skills permanently by 2. I don't know if that's really working as it's intended. Because it says it should be giving me my primary fight skills plus 2. Which as a Phasmalist Keeper should be like heavy armor, block, one-handed, two-handed, maybe mentalism, not just a flat plus 2 to everything. What am I getting a total plus 6 from? I don't see a fortify sneak anywhere. Interesting.
But it's too late for that now. Korek would have conquered the city, and then you will be ashamed.
Okay.
So this is the Whispering Forest. Fascinating. I've read a lot about it, but never actually seen it.
Poor thing. My brothers and I have seen the border countless many times before. But I bet you know all about the Undercity's rat hole.
Prepare yourself. That was all of them.
Wait, do you see that?
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
He shouldn't be here. No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
This guy chopping up a body.
I see it.
She's with me now. Forever.
Kirash!
What? You there? Who are you? And what are you doing here?
She's with me now. Forever.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself.
His eyes. Master, this is the Red Madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir, and then get on your knees.
She wanted to leave. Don't you understand? She wanted to leave me. Just like that.
This is
But now, she will stay.
By the righteous path! Have you lost your mind?
I could ask you the same thing, damn it! Did you forget what Magister Yarrow did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at any moment.
Oh, really? Malphus, protect us from your cunning. But did the thought ever cross your mind that one needs to understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
Yeah.
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting us.
Why, heck you did. You behaved like an idiot. And not for the first time. The other masters might ignore that fact due to your religious commitment and your bloodline. I get that. But if something like this ever happens again, you will be suspended from the rites and will spend the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Do I make myself clear?
You do, Master. And I beg your forgiveness for my offense.
Granted. Now let's push on. We will take care of the body after the ritual.
Are you okay?
Just save it.
Dude, she's trying to be friendly.
Here it is. The first foothold. This is where Malthus's vassals erected their first camp. So behave yourselves accordingly. You too, prodigy. Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining? Tell us that this is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual crisis right now.
The Order of the Gods, Malthus's order, was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunmore, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for. Which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, you lowborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think I don't know about the village? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that, Dunmore.
Drop it, for heaven's sake! We're all on the same side here.
No, we are not. This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the Holy Scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
But...
No buts! Do you understand?
Yes.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial. Let's recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life as in death. May your light guide me. Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what, distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Ugh. That?
Oh no. No, no, no.
I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was.
You're not real, are you?
Of course not. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway? If I told you that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea, and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth? The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality.
Okay, you're getting really, like... Bruh.
Doesn't it? Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second, a self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes. But what's the point in talking anyway?
My wishes?
Believe me.
This world's going to shit. Why would that be my wish?
Now leave me alone before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like... What? They haven't told you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why... And... You know, sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans... What I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the... But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human? Yeah, I'll wait. What the? How did you do that?
Okay.
You simply opened it? Come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but still we have to see. Come, lead the way.
Ooh. Oh.
By the gods! These are the scourges of the suppressor. They want to punish us.
Oh. Not very strong. But I guess that makes sense. Considering they've taken most of my equipment. Let us listen to the silence. What really drives you? Who are you? Who are you since you have set foot on Enderal? Now you are the opposite of what you really are. Instructive, strong, powerful, meaningful. In short, the prophet. You have constructed a narrative for yourself, a fairy tale about who you want to be. And you have found exactly those people who can confirm it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? You found someone who believes in your fairy tale. Don't you see? You're simply wrong. All about you is wrong. You're pathetic, you know that? What would Sirius say about that? Do I have to kill you? Is that how I get out of here? I wouldn't be surprised if that's the trick. That the quote-unquote friend you find is actually what's keeping you here.
So cold. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to go out. After all, I mean, yeah. Yes, the cell is small, but at least it's safe.
Morbid. Big pile of bones.
Everything here looks so similar. It's a damn maze. Oh.
No, we've not been here before.
This will be our doom. Do you see it?
Dog, pull yourself together, man.
They're all empty. And there's blood. Oh no. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead.
They got any loot?
Dissolved.
Oh, health potion.
Because they dared to disobey the suppressor.
Definitely a room.
What happened to us?
Oh, it's Dad.
I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
It's good old Dad from the intro. Okay. Bruh. Okay. Walk over here. Ah. Remorse. Ow. I see what they did there. Make you remorseful for taking the thing. I get it. I'm just gonna let my health regenerate. Grateful for that crusty bread I got earlier. How do I get in here? Hmm. Ah. Come on. Oh. Let us right back to our cell. Okay.
What? Leave me alone! The suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible.
Don't understand it. Who are you? Part of me? An illusion?
Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? But I should have known you wouldn't understand. You're too weak. You always were. No, you haven't. Because you're blind. The suppressor is here, in every single stone, in every bone, in every drop of blood, and yet you are too blind to see it.
In every drop of blood? Every bone?
But I should have known. I mean, what can you expect from someone who has killed his entire family? I followed you because for a brief moment... No, there isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned because we are trapped too deeply in the past. And that's why we do not deserve freedom.
Try to leave the prison together with Axon, but there's no way out. Do I no longer have that dagger? No. I do. Well, right now, the only thing I can try, I could try sleeping. That do anything? No. Only other thing to try, I think, is Murbler?
Well, well. So you figured it out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Just spar. I'm still dreaming, aren't I? Creepy mannequin.
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling?
Where are the others? Dunwar, Kalia, Master
Good question.
Batar.
The room was empty when I came here. Actually, that's quite weird now that you mention it. The entire temple seemed kind of deserted. Bit, probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently some of the novices never wake up again.
You're not real. Tired.
In the temple.
Where are we?
The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I
Traveling with that Ixon guy?
So I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order.
How the heck do you know about Ixon?
Everyone knows about Ixon, and the fact that you're asking this shows how little you actually understood. You're pathetic, you know that? Simply pathetic.
Excuse me?
I said you are pathetic. At first we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket. As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why?
That water on the floor?
Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Oh. So, you're the ones behind it, aren't you? Why are you doing this? What have we done to you?
What have you done to us? You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
I see. So there are actually some sort of beings, spiritual beings, that are actually causing this.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted.
Shock of shocks, I am.
Of course, sorry. That remark was a little redundant. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial.
Does that make us keepers now?
Yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthi... Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyrean. This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have done...
I figured. What do you make of all this? The cycle, the
Hard
cleansing.
to say. I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you.
I don't really think I've understood all of what's happened to me yet.
Yes, I believe that. It's a great responsibility you've been given, and as impressive as your skills are, I would not want to change places with you.
So what's the next step?
As I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath. You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium.
You both? What about Dunwar?
Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again.
He'll die? Yeah, he was a simple-minded fool. It doesn't surprise me that he would have failed this, but I don't think he deserved death.
In spite of everything. You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior. The reality is that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie.
You don't seem to be too shaken up over all this death of the Lightborn,
Well, maybe I just don't show it as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it.
That is correct.
The Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy. That's true. A lot of crimes were committed during the Lightborn's reign, and I don't want to minimize that. But I also think a lot of those crimes were unavoidable, so to speak. Imagine you're the king of a small island, and one day your realm gets attacked by a fleet of Scarab Reavers. The invasion catches you completely off guard, and within a few hours, the Reavers have advanced to the farmland, just a few feet from your city's main gates. And before you know it, you have to make a decision. Will you use the time that remains to entrench your army within the city's walls to have a better chance of surviving a siege? Or do you send them into the field to fight the Reavers there, knowing that there is only a slight chance to save the farmers, but a big risk that you will lose both the city and the farmers? It would, yes. But what if your foray fails, and ends up being the reason why the Scarab can break through the city's fortifications? Wouldn't that too make you responsible for all the townsfolk they would kill once they got in? What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't matter what you do.
That's right. It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't.
If your attempt to rescue the farmers fails, you will be accused of having acted blindly and idealistically. And if you just stay in the city, they will say you did. Of course, there's a small chance the foray might work, but should decisions like that really be made as I said? I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crimes, but I'd wager my left hand that they had a lot of similar decisions to make.
What was that thing at the ritual place all about? He called you a witch.
I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first? As you wish. Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents.
Interesting.
I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me. The entire village. It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children, and the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday. Well, it turned out the riders were hunters who had come from that village. They must have observed the whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the riders think I was some kind of... for you, maybe. For them, as simple people, it was probably the best explanation they had. And think about it, it's not that far off. A motherless child who neither talks nor breathes steadily is found abandoned on the roadside and has a strange mark on her face. They leave to go hunting, and when they come back, they find
You're very
the village in
reasonable
ruins,
about
with
that.
foundling child being the only survivor.
You've likely thought about it quite a bit.
It's not that much of a stretch, even if those men hadn't been superstitious farmers. Probably. Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by myself, which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless.
They brought you into the Undercity, right?
Yes. Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still, the winters down there were cruel, and if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my 2nd year.
Master Tyrus? The
Yes,
keeper adopted you?
otherwise I would not be here. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
Sounds too good to be true, to be honest.
It does, yes. But then, he had lost both his wife and daughter 5 years before he found me, so maybe I was some kind of substitute. I don't know. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I owe him everything. He was a good man, and that's all that matters.
Why is the Order so preoccupied about pathless trying to get into their ranks? It's not like we don't have our reasons.
That's right, we do. But we are both still pathless, and that disqualifies us according to the holy verses. I guess now you understand why I was never as connected to Malphas's teaching as Dunwar was. To some of the keepers, I am still an outcast. And no matter what I do, yes. And now I'm here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
Definitely not the fisherman's daughter from the village, I'll
No,
give you that.
I guess I'm not.
What happened to Master Tyrus? Where is he now?
Gone. He was very old, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. But I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind. He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with. Maybe, but everything I'm capable of is the fruit of hard work, though they will never acknowledge that. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important. Several, but I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe.
Dunmore was the last of his bloodlines?
Yes. All of the Dalmordans fell victim to the great flesh maggot plague of 8215. Actually, it was almost sad to see him running around and boasting about his nobility, though everyone knew that without the help of the Order, he would have probably ended up living in a shack in the Undercity. If you can call that living. You should.
I should go see the Grand
It's
Master
already
now.
late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think?
That'd be nice.
Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and... Yes? Well then, let's go.
Small backpack. Hello, Kalia. Okay. Where are we going?
Walk blessed.
Walk blessed.
Alright, this is the Sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer, and also where we'll be exalted later.
Okay.
My sir? Yes.
Pathlessness wherever you look. Thou art my light. Where is this supposed to
Glimmer
be?
at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before. We call this part of the temple the Chronicum, and in here is gathered the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments.
Would the
Plus,
books
all
of
the
the
experiments
Butcher
and research on artifacts
potentially
and
be
magic
found
is
in
done
there?
here. So it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah, and just below the Chronicum is the temple smithy. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters, where both the keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You will find some skilled teachers there. Well,
okay.
I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grand Master as soon as you're ready to take the oath. Prepare myself, probably. Now walk blessed. Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grand Master as soon as you're ready to take the oath.
I am somewhat interested in checking this out. It's a Sun Temple. The quarters. I can use the bed. Lovely. To try to get to the Scuola? Those are all just beds.
Good to see you. Keep walking.
Okay, this looks like a bath. not what I'm looking for. Let's try going up. They said there were teachers and trainers. Is this more rooms? Yeah. Okay. Scuola. Said there'd be trainers in here. Novice, Mycalia, a Magister. You have nothing to say. Are there actually teachers down here? Oh.
May his light guide you.
Walk blessed.
Have you heard? Apparently the Blue Islands Coalition's an emissary here to Enderal. Despite the wars, they are bold. You gotta give them that.
Well, I don't think there's actually any sort of teaching thing going on here. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping that they would actually have something. Okay. Guess let's go check in with Taylor. Did I get to keep all that flesh? No, I did not. Not surprising, considering it was considered a dream state. But then why put loot in there? Why give them things that you can take?
It sounds absurd. I don't believe I know. The mercenary, he might not be the shining knight of Castle Starsound, but he's better than most of your men. I want him. And you will need to convince your true Chesser of it.
Is that so? Very well, I will convince her. You will hear from me.
Oh, so wanting to keep Jaspar around.
Prophet, good to see you. How do you feel?
Like a newborn, except for a bloody headache and that pretty messed up journey into my own mind.
In any danger. If I had doubted your abilities, even to the slightest, I would have never spoken out. In any case, all that is left to do now is to recite the oath. Then we will finally deal with the more urgent matters.
What do I have to swear on? The dead gods? My loyalty towards the order?
None of it. You'll see.
Fine.
The ceremony needs a little preparation. 1 day at least. Come back then. Even if it hurts to lose more time, the cleansing approaches. I can feel it. Just this night I had another people I knew, including you. But these people weren't themselves. There was something else. And I believe that these beings are connected to the cycle.
I had the same dream before I woke up in the curarium.
It must be related to our roles as emissaries. Maybe there is a connection between us.
Any idea who or what these beings are?
Maybe they are demons or magical entities of some kind, but they're different from everything I know. In any case, if they are indeed responsible for the cycle, they are our enemies. That's what matters for now. Come back tomorrow for the ceremony. Yes. Why do you ask? They did. What are you getting at? A fair point. But in the future, so, yes. Ironic. For me, it was memories of the time before my... They reminded me that I was more than this strange. I especially felt that in the cloister with Narazul's mages. I had difficulty talking to other people, and whenever I did, it felt as if the others were like wax figures.
What's it like now?
Our mission, my responsibility here as a leader, it has helped me to find my way back into the real. What would have been the alternative? A life as a fisherman? In fact, this is precisely what is missing in the world. People who do not let the whims of fate break their resolve. Yes.
Tell me more about us emissaries. What defines us?
Depends on whom you ask. In some writings of a better word would be chess figures with their own will. Whatever force causes the cycle also gave us powers and a task. But fulfilling that task is our own responsibility.
You have no idea as to why we're chosen. What exactly are these tasks we have?
That is something else we only know in broad strokes. It is my task to lead mankind in its battle against the cleansing, to rally our strengths, so to speak.
Prophet.
Yours is to read the echo and help us gain the knowledge we need for victory. How exactly you're going to do that is something we still have to find out. I do not know, but there are hints. We will see. Good question. In their writing, the Pyreans say it has existed for aeons. Since this world exists, since the sea of eventualities exists, so too then does the cycle. It seems to be a part of existence, so to speak.
No one has ever succeeded in breaking the pattern? That's discouraging.
Didn't, and neither did the dozen civilizations that came before them. That is what we know. But as for what happened before that, our knowledge about the past is limited. All that matters for now is that the cycle threatens us. Walk blessed. Yes. As I said before, my knowledge about that is limited. But if it helps you, imagine that it is a way of perceiving... Yes. You know, most people perceive themselves as an entity separate from the rest of the world. And while the dark corners of our mind, bridges to which we in a conscious state do not have access to. But you do not need to be supernaturally gifted to feel that these... A moment where you knew exactly what another person thought or would do next. People with close blood ties can especially feel that connection. Correct. And while most people hardly feel this connection at all, as if looking through a tinted window, to you, it is wide open during your visions.
If that's the case, how do you explain that I can see see memories of the Pyreans too? They've been dead for millennia.
Might be, but the traces they left behind still remain. Everything that... This is the basic principle of magic. And time... Visions, premonitions, dreams that become reality. These are all leftovers of waves from other eventualities that spill over into our reality. There have always been people able to read them, but none so good at it as you are, thanks to the echo.
I see.
This is holy ground, Outlander.
Now look at that. It's the prodigy. Not much. We haven't yet heard from the keepers old Aranthiel sent overseas, but their armory and weapons seem to belong to an order of mercenaries who normally operate in Nerem or Kira. We'll see.
There you are.
Hello, small child?
A letter for you.
Thanks, kid.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations for passing the trial. You already know how I feel about the Red Cloaks and their, let's say, superior attitude, but still, it would rob me of my sleep to know that I didn't congratulate you in person. Should your holy duties allow it, meet me at the old watchtower at the western gate of Ark. Cordially, Jaspar.
Travels.
That's what she looks like at least. But she's from Austria, just like that Messier Firespark and Colney. Sharin.
The western watchtower, he said. So I think he means this one.
So, any luck?
Can't use that. Should return in the early evening. Okay. About 2/3 to the next level up. Okay. You know, I want to give it a try.
My sir. You look as though you have...
Keep walking. Yes? Aye. The ringmaster plans to pair you with Raga Shadowclaw. No, but you will soon. She's an alchemist. Small tip from my side. Don't let her tend up. Aren't you eager? You know the drill. Go downstairs.
Shadowclaw alchemist.
The fight will take place in a couple of hours.
She's a fucking lycanthrope, ain't she? I don't see a bow.
A cordial welcome to the dust
Ooh.
pit. You know who I am. I know who you are.
She looks like
I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a
she has the face paint from like the hags in Skyrim.
battle of the mysterious
The
newcomer
Reach hags.
called the Wanderer. But will it also be the last?
Okay, I don't see a bow.
Because this time we picked
She's an alchemist.
special treat for him
I
to
think she'll go lycanthropy.
Mesdames and messieurs, you came for blood.
I think I should be able to cheese this.
Some folks just never learn.
Yep. Okay, and then, yep.
Folks just never learn.
Okay, she turns into a werewolf. Can she reach me from here? I don't think so. But she's tanky. Thankfully I have fire damage on my side though. She is also easier to hit now that she's a bit bulkier. Actually, hang on. Do I have better arrows? 8, 6. Yeah, we'll use these. I wonder if this is intentional game design. If they meant to put this rock here that you can easily hop onto that the enemies can't reach. Seems kind of silly how many enemies you can kind of just counter by camping up here. Okay. Silver Steel War Axe. Silver Steel War Axe of Fire Wrath. Spectral Chest rank 2.
Look who's back. Not bad, not bad.
Nice.
I was expecting you to pee your pants after she did that little trick of hers. But no. You kept your cool as usual. Sure you don't want to start working as a mercenary? You could make more money that way. Either way, here's your pay.
Guessing you're tired of hearing me ask this, but in Espener when the next fight will take place?
Ask that. I do.
Another shapeshifter?
If you're man enough, you'll fight the beast tonight.
The beast?
The pride of the pit. And the good thing about it, even if you hack it to shreds, all we need to do is give it some elixir and have our necromancer stick it back together, and it's as good as new. I won't lie though. It'll be hard this time, and chances are you won't make it out alive. If you do make it though, it'll be worth your time.
What is this, Sinistra?
Something like that, aye. But let's not dwell on the details, shall we?
Need to prepare myself.
But don't take
Quick save.
Yes.
I'll try it.
Thought so. Well then.
Mesdames and messieurs,
Oh, that's a giant.
welcome to the Dust Pit. You know who I am. I know who you are.
That thing can probably still hit me from up there. I guess we'll find out.
4 battles, 4 victories. But can the Wanderer also oppose the beast that's been soaking this soil in blood for decades? We shall see.
He's a modified giant. He's not quite a giant. I can't move. Oh. I can't move. Oh.
Let's see you dance, wanderer. Enemy!
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little scared to fight that thing. I much prefer this. And this fight is, again, very cheesable.
You could do better than that.
This is one of those, like, whatever the fuck their Thieves Guild is called.
Good. That's enough. Let's talk.
Did I just get fucking
Fair
kidnapped?
enough. This is better. Forgive me my dramatic entrance.
What in the blazes was that?
I was just about to explain.
What about my money?
Naris, voice of the father. I've been watching you for a while now because I'm looking for someone with your set of skills. And, our little encounter down in the pit erased the last doubts I had about you.
Voice of the father?
Accent. You're an outlander, aren't you? Shit. Does that mean I have to explain who the Rhalata is to you?
Kind of guild that's controlling the Undercity, right?
The Rhalata is more than a bunch of criminals, though. But we'll get there. Regarding your original question, the voices
I was wondering how I joined these guys.
I'm sure you've seen some of us before. We come into play when a matter needs a strong hand to resolve itself.
So this was supposed to be some kind of test?
Indeed. Let me get straight to the point. I want to hire you for a mission.
Do I look like a merc?
You look like someone willing to slaughter other people in front of a gawking crowd for a handful of coins. At least that's what you did down there. Don't get me wrong, I don't judge. The pit fighters know what they're getting themselves into. But after what I saw you do down there, I concluded that you're willing to do a lot of things if the pay is right. Or am I wrong?
I'm down there because I like to fight, not because I needed the money.
I see. How refreshing that you Sun children always find new, fun ways to kill time. But even if it's just a thrill you're seeking, you'll find it on the mission I'm offering you. Tenfold.
Fair enough.
Well,
tell me about the mission.
Simple. I want your help in killing someone.
Okay.
The father.
The head of the Rhalata? Your leader?
Their leader. Not mine. When I was 6 years old, the Rhalata abducted me and a dozen other children. That is, they bought us. Shagun, the old cunt who owned our orphanage, she sold us like cattle.
Shit.
Us, and over the years, at least a dozen more. And we all came from the same orphanage. The refuge. And no, I have no idea what they did to us. I remember nothing.
The woman who ran the orphanage sold you?
Probably because the father shoved an ingot of gold up her ass for every child she sold. But the flesh maggots got her a while ago, so she took her reasons to the grave with her.
So you were an orphan?
That's the
Why would the father
question,
abduct children?
At first I thought it was about child trafficking. You know, tender little knaves and girls for rich bastards. Ark's bigwigs.
Ugh.
But now I've come to the conclusion that it must have been about science. Experiments.
You mean they conducted experiments on you?
Only the father. As I said, I'm pretty sure you have the wrong idea about them. The Rhalata doesn't see itself as a guild of murderers, but as a faith, a sect, a cult, in other words. The blackmailing, the shadow tax, is how they finance the little community.
Then what do they believe in?
That the physical body is the worst thing that ever happened to man. It's a whole that needs to transcend. But we digress. If we're to work together, you'll soon have some rogue cultists telling you all this shit anyway.
You're alive. Does that mean you were somehow able to
After
flee?
the father was done with us, he simply disposed of our corpses. This is also the first memory I have of that time after the abduction. Waking up in a pile of dead bodies. I don't know exactly, but I must have been somewhere between 12 to 14 years old. Still half a child, in other words. As you can imagine, I was a mess for the first few moons after that. Once I was able to think somewhat straight again, I looked for help in the upper city. Of course, the guards didn't believe a word of what I said and sent me right back down into the caverns.
They didn't do anything?
And frankly, it doesn't surprise me. I'm sure hundreds of ragged kids from the Undercity had come to them before, telling them horror stories about how much they suffered down there, only to get a bed and some food. Also, as you may have figured out by now, the Order doesn't have any power down here. The Rhalata controls the caves, and that's how it will stay.
That's sick, frankly.
Many things are horrible. Still they happen.
Yet now you're a voice of the father and intend to kill him. So you're some kind of infiltrator?
Let's put it this way. I came to realize that no matter how much I cursed and cried, nobody would come to my help. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I told myself how to survive, how to fight. And years later, I entered the dust pit for the first time. One of the voices saw how well I could fight and offered me to study the Rhalats.
Rhalats?
Their codex, their holy scripture, written by the father himself. I shaved my head and became a scion, the lowest rank.
No one recognized you.
Father doesn't bother with most Relame, especially not with the scions. Also, when they discarded me, I was still a child. Now, I'm a man.
How long ago was that?
8 years ago.
So you're out for revenge?
Yes. I want this monster to pay for what he did to me and the others. And I want to make sure that it will never hurt anyone again. Ever. One of the core beliefs of the Rhalata concerns the Day of Transcendence. It's the day when every Relame who's ever proven him or herself worthy leaves their body to continue existing as an immortal, immaterial being. And they also believe that this day is imminent, since the Father found a way to achieve transcendence for himself and for his lambs. In the weeks to come, it will set out an expedition to the Frostcliff Mountains. Since this expedition will be an extremely dangerous undertaking, he will bring along almost a dozen of the best mercenaries available. You will be one of them, and together, we will kill the Father.
More? You telling me all this just because you saw me
I'm telling
fight?
you this because I need someone who knows how to kill. Better than the usual cutthroat you find down here. And you seem to be that someone. Also, there's something about you. I can't say what, but I feel as though you're the right person for the job. Let's leave it at that. Well,
kind of expedition?
Rhalata spent the last 2 years excavating an old temple that apparently was lost in the glacier for centuries. According to the father, this is where we'll find the key to achieve transcendence, but that's about all I know.
Sounds like a bloody risky plan. What's in it for me?
I can pay you 400 pennies now, and 800 more once the father is dead. Also, think of all the riches that we'll find in the temple itself, or in the Rhalata's treasure chambers. It will be worth it. You can trust me on that. Well, let's put it this way. I took precautions. If you don't have the guts to help me, your choice, but... believe me, if you do try to backstab me, you'll regret it.
Now can we convince the father to hire me as a mercenary?
Him. As you can imagine, the Rhalata already has its stock of sellswords they rely on. But if we do something that impresses the father or the first seer, it might be enough to convince him to hire you. Look, I know how shaky it sounds, but it's our best bet. So, are you with me or not?
I hope what you say about the father's true. He needs to face justice.
Absolutely. Meet me at the Wailing Tree, 2 hours from now. Here. This will help you get back to the Undercity in case you need to return to the surface before our meeting. Stay safe.
Oh. Ah. I'm in the place where they put corpses. Arena. I want to see if I can get that money.
Move along.
What a surprise. Didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Sorry for what happened down in the pit. That's Eterna.
I don't want to know. If the Rhalata acts, you don't ask questions. That's the first rule you should hammer in. In other words, it's fine. The crowd was a bit disappointed, but technically, you won. Though, as I'm sure
And what now? When can I fight again?
How about never?
Why?
Why? Because no pit fighter, no matter how powdered and glimmer-capped Dusty is, will voluntarily fight a friend of the Rhalata.
Well, damn.
If he loses, he dies. If he wins, he dies too. And now come on, don't give me that look. You earned a shitload of money in a very short time. Maybe you can come back in a couple of moons or so, if the dust has settled. But until then...
I'll take some more mana. Yeah, that shit ain't worth grabbing. Okay. Meditate. Do I want this? It's not much. Adept, expert. Don't really need that yet. I'd have to grab that. Increases the effect of armor spells. What else do I want up here? No. Potentially useful. Also very useful, but... never use power attacks. I think the best thing right now is go and grab essence splitting with my next level. It'll make it to where all my guys are based off of my highest attribute, rather than just the ones I have. Then the next ones are pretty much okay. Going into improving mentalism. I will be right back. Okay.
Move along.
I am slightly concerned about starting this. Just because
There you are.
it required me to kill some 4-star enemies. So I think this could put me in something I'm not quite
First
ready
a
for.
question. Have you ever heard of the Night of the Blind Daughters? A massacre that took place 20 years ago. It was at the Farmer's Coast, around midsummer. The farmers had just put out the lights after a long day's work. Suddenly, shrouded figures showed up out of nowhere, with steel masks covering their faces. They broke into the houses and killed anybody who dared to stand in their way. While they merely wreaked havoc on most of the farms, any family with a daughter between 12 and 16 winters was less lucky. All in all, these masked people took 10 daughters that night and carried them away. They were found 1 week later. They lay on the Penny Road, mutilated with
to my
their eyes
family?
shut. 1 girl each mile.
Guard didn't intervene at all?
They tried, but the few farm boys who were there in time stood no chance. These masked attackers were assassins, as deadly as the petrified and as brutal as lost ones. To this very day, no one knows. However, there are theories. Do the names the Black Lieber and J.L. Tennyson ring a bell? The Butcher of Ark?
Tennyson, wasn't he some kind of serial killer who took his own life?
Thing is, in this book he left behind, Tennyson claims to have been part of a cult called the Black Lieber. Even nowadays, there are still scholars that deny its existence. But according to Tennyson, they see themselves as some kind of counterbalancing power. They make sure that malice and sin, they don't gain the upper hand in this world, and that the scales of good and evil thus stay in balance.
That's why they murdered those girls? That doesn't make any sense.
This is where it gets bizarre. Normally, the Libra only kills people who have already sinned. Tyrants, rapists, murderers, and so on. Which is also why the attack on the Farmer's Coast didn't make any sense, and still doesn't for most people today. However, the father has a theory. Well, he does have an avid interest in them. Let's put it this way. He has dug up every little bit of information that there is. But we'll come to that later.
What's his theory then? Why did the Black Libra murder those girls?
The Black Libra chooses their sinners through the dreams of some kind of holy child. The dreams are interpreted by the Libra's priests who extract the names and faces of evildoers from them. However, the child doesn't just see people who have already sinned. She also sees evil in its inception.
She?
Thus, the Libra might decide to kill a boy before he becomes a tyrant, or a girl before she gives birth to a murderer. I know, it sounds insane, but that's what it is. But apparently the Libra fully believes in this principle. The child is omniscient. Yes. So it would seem, though according to the father, they wouldn't have just been ordinary murderers, but emissaries of the end. Whatever that may mean.
Okay.
Simple. The father believes that the Black Libra knows the secret to transcendence. This is why he's been studying Tennyson's books like a madman.
So I'm guessing he has a lot of...
in which he describes the initiation ritual he underwent to become one of their assassins. And I also think that this, long story short, apparently the pages of Tennyson's original manuscript describing the initiation ritual in detail were forcefully torn out. Right. And I happen to know the only person who might be able to tell us their whereabouts.
The Killian from Tannyson's books?
He was also an assassin of the Libra, and Tannyson's mentor. In other words, an unscrupulous piece of shit that did nothing but murder people for decades, guilty, the innocent alike. According to the father, he was also the one who orchestrated the Night of the Blind Daughters. However, that massacre seems to have been too much even for his rotten conscience to bear, because he left the Libra shortly thereafter. He took on a new identity. He's been living as a beggar in the Undercity ever since. I saw him once. It's no wonder that nobody knows what kind of monster he is. He's gone completely insane. Drinks away every penny he gets his hands on. Exactly. If we bring them to the First Seer and I tell him how I couldn't have done it without you, he might consider hiring you for the expedition. That's the plan. Not the best one, certainly, but, all we're getting.
Okay. And if he doesn't
Then
hire
we'll
me?
need to improvise. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Where do we
He
find
currently lives in the
Kalean?
communes. That is, if he isn't in some horse bed in the Silver Cloud right now or getting hammered in the False Dark. I'll let you do the talking. It's unlikely that the First Seer will find out, but the more you actually help me on this mission, the more... one more. And remember that those 10 mutilated girls on the Penny Road are just one more page in this man's book of sins.
You're not from here, are you? I heard you talk.
Some people just don't know their path.
My sir.
Thank you, Sunchild. You say
I really need that new herbal essence for my hair.
Well, look at that. Our friend has a visitor. Get...
What?
I said, get out of here. We need 10 minutes. Afterwards, you can fuck as many men as you want.
Not a real book. That's
my lord.
disappointing.
At once.
Interesting. Never mind. Look at him. Pissed like a rat. I sure as fuck don't want you to cuddle with him. And again, never forget what this man did. He may look pathetic, but that doesn't change the fact that he orchestrated the murder of 10 girls. Innocent girls.
Yeah, who are you? Nylock is tired. Nylock needs sleep.
Shut up. I'm the one asking the fucking questions.
Of course, Nylock understands. You remind him of Kalean when he still lived. So much anger. Kalean knew this feeling too well. This anger, this cold, rotten wrath. And then the dream came. But he was so blind. He didn't see where the road led him. Only when those little flowers' corpses lay dead in the dust did he see. See what... Now Kalean has been punished. He's dead, and Nylock deserves to suffer for eternity.
Either way, we're here for a reason. We're looking for the lost pages.
Nylock doesn't know what you mean. Now please, go. Nylock is tired and needs to sleep.
All right. Let me rephrase my friend's words. You stop playing confused oracle and fucking tell us what we want to know now. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll let you live. Are we clear?
But Nylock just...
Are we clear?
Yes, yes, sir. Naylock understands. Please forgive it. So, the pages. Yes, of course, the pages. Naylock remembers. Kalian tore them from Tannerson's book before the world could see them.
And show us where these pages
Yes,
are.
of course. But tell me, what do you want with them? You won't be able to read them. Naylock doesn't have a choice, does he? All right, he will do as you demand. The pages, he buried them together with his old skin. He can show you the pages. But tell him, my sir, if he shows you the pages, could you... Well, Naylock is hungry, Naylock is thirsty, and he has no more coin. But... Good. Naylock understands. And maybe you're right. You treat him like what he is. Vermin. Human waste. Come, follow. My sir, Naylock has a question.
What?
Your face. You seem familiar. Are you certain that you have never met Naylock before?
This is the way to the tar pit. Are you sure that's where we're supposed to be going? I warn you, if this is a trap...
It's not, my sir. Naylock is vermin, but he knows when he has to obey. You can trust him.
I won't. Fine.
Look at that. Another snort from the surface.
Ahoy.
Right there, old man. Where do you think you're going? You're a little too old for digging.
He belongs to us. We're acting under the Father's orders.
Brother Wrath, from ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. I didn't recognize you. Forgive me.
From ashes to blood, from blood to liberation. Let us through.
Of course. Father's blessings.
Father's blessings. Keep going, scum.
Yes, of course.
Move along.
Abandoned shaft.
Yes, we're here. This is where he buried the pages.
The deserted tunnels. We should be wary. There are a lot of lowlifes down here. Wait.
Fucking scum! You'll pay for that!
Shit. Mage.
What? That's all you got?
What the fuck? Oh, shit. That's what happens when they go completely fucking mad. Hmm. Okay. Good fucking lord. Sunborn Axe. Oh, jeez. That deals 45. Definitely in a higher level area.
There. Back there. That's where he buried his old skin. Please, my sir. You need to just take these last few steps alone. Naylock can't. He just can't.
Is this a trap?
What? No, no. Of course not. Naylock can't. Don't you understand? To see him after all this time? No. Kill Naylock if you don't believe him, but he will stay.
Fine. You go on ahead.
How can you have left your old skin?
Look for the skeleton. You need to dig.
Don't shout.
Look out! On you!
Fucking scum! You'll pay for that!
Skeleton. I'm not seeing any. Let's look around.
Ah.
Let me see.
Over here, bud.
Yeah. Well, that looks promising. Guess we need to dig. Come help me. Here we go. This must be it. Pretty big. What the blazes did he put in there? What's that smell? What the? Oh, shit.
And I thought by I buried Kalayan, he was speaking
I mean,
metaphorically.
this body is Nonsense. You want to know what I think? This is probably some poor sod that crossed this lunatic's path at the wrong time. So we put him right into the crate with the pages.
Why would he go to the trouble of burying him? He could have just left him here.
Come on. You take them. Got them? Alright. Back to Carlion.
Kalan's last smile. Ancient mask. Okay. It's just heavy armor. And we got Kalan's last smile. Okay. I'm gonna guess that's a unique item.
Get up, scum.
Ah, my sir. You found what you were looking for, didn't you? He can tell by your eyes.
We found the pages and something else. Whose corpse is in that chest?
What? But he told you, didn't he? It's Carlion. Naylock buried him.
So you're seriously trying to tell us that that corpse over there is your old self?
He said it before, didn't he? Carlion couldn't continue to live in this shell after what he did, so he shed it and gave birth to Naylock. And Naylock buried him, together with the memories.
Alright, you've convinced me. You've gone completely insane.
You don't believe him. You think Naylock is lying. But it's the truth. The simple truth. You two, more than anyone else, should understand.
Sure. Either way, we have what we wanted. And now it's time for you to pay for your crimes, Carlion. It's been long overdue.
What? But you said that you would spare him if he'd show you the pages!
We said that we would think about it. And guess what? I did. You're a murderer, Carlion. And you've killed more people than I can count. Men, women, and children. And you know what? This whole act about how remorseful you are, I'm not buying it. Yes, you drank your bloody brains into oblivion, but ultimately, the only one you truly pity is yourself.
You're right.
Yes.
Let's end this.
Any last words?
Letho.
What?
Naylock remembers. By the name of the sun, you were in the refuge orphanage, you and your friend, Letho.
What do you know about the refuge?
Back then, before the flesh maggot plague, when Naylock was still strong, the Kyranian woman who ran the orphanage gave him work. Don't you remember? He carried crates, he cleaned the floor, he cooked.
That was you? Uncle Naylock?
Yes, that's what you called him, Uncle Naylock. By the Guardians, it's been so long, but he remembers it all now. You and your friend, you were inseparable. Until...
You're right. I do remember.
What?
You were there when they took us. Worse, you helped them. What did she pay you, that old cunt? Huh? Carrying crates? Selling children to the Rhalata? All the same, isn't it?
No, what? Naylock doesn't understand. He only...
Let's go.
You knew him?
Yeah. His face seemed familiar. But I just
So he worked in
couldn't
that
place
orphanage you grew up in, the refuge.
We called him Shagun. The matron gave him work as a gopher. He wasn't as much of a wreck back then. Can you believe it? A former serial killer working in an orphanage.
Who's this
Maybe I'll
Letho
come back
Carlion
just-
mentioned?
It doesn't matter.
And you think Callian helped the Rhalata with the kidnappings?
I know it. He'd been there the night it happened. One of us, Wilma, she refused to go. She screamed and kicked. But Nalek held... Well, as I said, we're done here. Next we need to bring the pages to the first seer, which will, hopefully, encourage him to... Before we do that, though, we need to discuss a couple of things. Meet me in my hideout tomorrow morning, alright? It's a small abandoned warehouse in the main cabin, right before the path up to the city. There's an old poster of the theater right next to the door. That's how you recognize it. The dark corners of our minds. Because the risk's a lot higher that somebody will see us. Until then. And, good work.
Pretty sure he just teleported. Ooh.
Move along.
This combat's went surprisingly well.
Ah, Rhalata Shara. Any news?
I guess you could
Watching
say
you
that.
sleep.
Huh?
Always.
But the old trap was stealing from the giants. We found him last night in the silver cloud.
Really?
Really? We'd spent all the money on young men when he acted on the body. You've seen it.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
Can I help you?
May have heard it already.
You're an outlander, aren't you?
Who are you?
Tywin Summerfield. By my path, accountant of Screws even though I doubt the two of us have common ground, so to speak. You don't know this? How can I explain? And Screws hats... Ah, and did I forget to mention that we are the #1 supplier of the Holy Order in terms of metalware and work?
Anything I can help you with?
That is... Maybe yes. You do get around quite a lot. Fine then. I suppose it's worth a try. There is something in a person of your... One of our customers ordered replications of several Pyrean artifacts. A most exquisite wish. Of course, any of our people... However, our current problem is that we still need many of those artifacts originals to work with. If you could... Here, these are some of the ruins that might be worthwhile visiting. Sorry, but this is none of your concern. Splendid. Come back once you've found something.
Okay, neat. Okay. Only one of those is 1 star. I don't see Kalian's last smile. Granted, I think that's due to my lower handicraft. It's just not showing up. That is something else I would like to start leveling. Put my next 4 crafting into handicraft. I would like to get that up.
Who are you?
Greetings. Do you need a potion to refresh me?
Hammers, daggers, looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Need 4 apprentice books.
in. Everything for
And
the
I'll
path
put
abiding soldier.
the other 5 into heavy armor. I'll be back. Actually, you know what? I have things to sell.
Everything for the path abiding soldier.
It's quite a bit more damage. 35 to 45. Yeah, I'll sell the sword, keep the axe. I'll enchant the axe in a bit. Sell that. Sell that. Medium backpack. I have a small backpack. I would imagine that a medium backpack would be better. Okay. I want to see about maybe crafting one of these medium backpacks.
Walk blessed. It's good to see you.
Okay.
We always go too easy on the scum.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions.
Move along.
That guy is the one that keeps playing that one song that keeps getting me hit with false copyright claims. Do I not have... Medium backpack. Oh, that's probably made over here. Oh, that's a lot. Enchant. For fire damage. 8 points is fine by me. Okay. Okay. I need to go see Jaspar.
Free for arcane secrets. I have books.
Hey, Jaspar.
There you are. Glad you made it. So, how was it? I heard quite some stories about this trial, and was never sure what to make of it.
Different than what I expected. How come you're still here? I thought you wanted to be on a boat to Calais.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Come, let's go upstairs. It'll be worth it. There we are. Wait a second. So, wine or pipe?
Pipe.
Chilean Sweetwater tobacco. 100 times better than what they smoke here. Consider it a congratulatory gift for passing the trial. Nothing better than a good pipe and a nice sight to go along with it. It's always sad to see how few people can truly appreciate these things. Anyway, tell me, my friend, what is it that drives you? I've been asking that myself since we met. I mean, it's not like anyone's forcing you to play errand boy for Arenthiel, is there? And with your abilities, you could make a fortune as a mercenary. Not to mention the danger you put yourself in. Securing the excavation site, passing the trial, they certainly haven't been easy on you so far.
Good question. I'm still trying to find the answer.
Figure. In any case, it's interesting to see how you've gotten from being a magically gifted refugee to the center of all this. Kind of reminds me of a woman I used to travel with, Alicia. No matter where she went, she always ended up in the eye of the storm.
How'd you end up traveling with
We were
her?
hired for the same job. Usually I work better on my own, but this partnership was refreshing in every aspect. It felt good to know someone's got your back for a change, especially with the kind of work I do. Which is why we decided to stick together after that first job. And it went great, at least initially. She just cared too much, you know? Yeah, she was a mercenary, but she only ever picked the jobs where she thought she could help people, or at least do no damage. As you can imagine, that doesn't always work out in my profession, and whenever it didn't, she really took it to heart. It was sad, if you think about it, really.
She wanted to help. Why did she become a mercenary?
Oh, several reasons. First of all, she was primarily a traveling healer, and used the money she got from those jobs to sustain herself. Secondly, Alicia wasn't all selflessness. She wanted to help people, yeah, but she also wanted to make experiences, I guess. Live like an eagle, love like a madman, and dream like a god. A bit cheesy, yeah, but that was her credo.
How long did you work together?
I think about 3 years. Yeah, we went to Araziel, Kira, Artwend, and one time we even fought a group of petrified on Millet. She fought as ardently as she lived. I don't know how I would have survived that fight without her. We traveled together and we had sex, so yes, according to most people's definition of it, we were a couple.
How come you split up?
We were simply too different. I guess that's what it comes down to. Let's face it, I'm a pathetic white knight, and an even worse world savior. Alicia and I, we were just bound to clash. We were lovers, then friends, then lovers again, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, that was just too much for me. Too extreme. Too absorbing.
So she wanted something serious.
Love as she defined it, yeah. Had it been for her, we would have married after that first night. That's a long story. Not one that puts me in a favorable light. At least if you're like most people. Let's save that for another time.
So you split up.
Split up. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been someone in your life? Or have you always been the lone wolf?
No one? At least not yet. Yeah, there was. No one. At least not yet.
That surprises me. I, for one, have had enough drama to last me a lifetime. Sex is fine, but I guess I'm just not naive enough for anything else anymore. Love, love, love. People have such wrong-headed expectations, really. Sometimes I think it would help us all to finally admit that there isn't that much that separates us from the apes. Anyway, why don't you tell me a little more about this trial? I heard you passed it together with that quiet girl, Kalia. What's she like? I've heard some stories about her.
And fade to black.
That's just life, I think. There comes a point when you've done all you can. My. We've certainly lost track of time, haven't we? I really need to hit the hay for a couple hours now. I'll have to go look for some new work tomorrow. And I've heard about a nobleman who's looking for a sellsword. That is, if Rhalata or old Bushybeard doesn't have a new job for me by then. Say what you want about them. Their pay is beyond generous. I'll see you around, my friend.
I've not gotten an update for that. So I guess I'm still waiting on that. Good. He's gone.
Walk blessed. It's good to see you.
Walk blessed.
Yes.
Well.
Yeah. It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Should be getting close.
Is it important?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I know you.
Move along.
You run errands for the keepers, don't you?
She-Ra.
Is it true what they said about that Magister? That he killed 30 novices?
Moonstone, steel ingot. After this, I should be good to go see Orenthal, I think. He told me a day.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
I want to check in with the bank.
Walk blessed, my sir.
Leave 9,000 in there. Collect the 512.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
They just sit on their aces and hope things settle themselves. Idiots.
Yeah? No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you
Okay.
need, and be quick about it.
Okay.
Walk blessed.
Sun Temple. It's been at least 24 hours.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking rot.
Yes, it makes sense. That's beyond me.
Yo, Orenthal, you in here? Okay. Maybe let's try going to that sanctum place. No, he's over here.
Walk blessed, prophet.
Okay. I guess he's not ready for me yet. Been 24 hours, though.
An outlander. What are you doing in this part of the city?
Okay. We'll go back to the marketplace.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this.
Holy city. Rumors circulate. Rumors about.
Just let's try to do that. Get it out of the way.
So, any luck?
I believe I need to watch the birds in order to know where their nest is at. Okay. Guess I'll do that.
So, any luck?
Wrong post.
Finally, come with me.
Go ahead.
As you wish. There. Climb the stairs. Go to the statue and speak with the Grand Master. No idle talking, no stupid gazing, right? Very well. The entire third and fourth sigils are gathered in. Very well. The entire third and fourth sigils are gathered in there. So show some respect.
Sigil?
It is time.
That is not how you pronounce that. Oh.
I know what you are feeling.
Kali and I have
mistrust.
Maybe that is a tattoo I can get.
Although
I think hers is different, actually.
The stranger will receive the holy consecration. You consider it a treason against our charter, and therefore against us all. And indeed, it is true that traditions have strengthened the order. We have ruled this land for millennia, and for millennia we have prevailed. And I know that what happened 2 years ago has unsettled you. Yes, we are in a crisis. Yes, our foundation seems to be shattered. And now you believe that I profane even what little is left by consecrating a pathless one. But you are wrong. It was always people who have given strength to the Order. People like you and me. Yes, we did serve the Lightborn, but because they embodied an idea.
I like her outfit.
The idea of peace through stability. And even now, after their
It's
demise,
quaint.
we will pursue this
Quaint?
idea.
Not quite the right word.
We are facing a threat that endangers
It's not
the world.
overly ostentatious.
And to fight it, we need one thing above all others, the readiness to make sacrifices for the greater good. This man, like Novice Sakaresh, has shown this readiness. He is talented and has a gift, and thus carries responsibility. But instead of running from this responsibility, he faced it and found us. Consecrated ones, repeat my words. This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Thus, you are elevated to keepers of the first sigil. Rise. Now let us all recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor, in life as in death. May your light guide me. Leave now, brothers and sisters, and rest. We will need our strength. Go and get your armor at the temple's forge. After that, meet me in the Emporium. There's news.
What are these sigils?
After a novice has passed the trial, he is raised into the first sigil, and over the course of years, if he proves to be worthy, into higher ranks, up to the fourth sigil, which is held by the Truchessa and the Grandmaster, me. Of the first sigil, yes.
I'm a keeper?
Our masters will teach you, our smiths will equip you. Walk blessed. Walk blessed, Prophet.
Walk blessed.
Okay.
Yes.
What? Keeper's garb in the temple's forge.
You're the one they call the prophet,
Does the keeper's garb have a set bonus? I really hope it does. Because I would like to replace the current set I'm wearing. It's good. I'd much rather have the set bonuses than just better armor. Grandmaster said I can get my armor
The
here.
highly debated new keeper. You certainly have caused some uproar. I'll give you that. So, robes, mail, or plate?
Plate.
Fine, here you go. And no matter what you think of all this, wearing this armor is an honor. Get that into your head. Most of us had to wait.
They do not have any effects on them. But they are significantly better. But the enchantments and set bonuses give me so much.
Gates for it. Sure, you'll have to pay normally though. As much as the Grandmaster favors you, metal and work don't come for free.
Oh, keeper robes actually have enchantments on them. Actually, no, they probably hand me those.
Walk blessed.
Disappointed that there's not a set bonus.
Walk blessed.
Of course they have. You know how these bureaucrats are, but they will do it.
Very good. Thanks for your efforts, my friend.
Don't mention it. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know, many see the course the Order has taken since you came back as disquieting. Narazul's mages in the temple? An outlander as a keeper?
I'm right here, bud.
It's a lot to take in.
I know, Jorik. But someone has to deal with the threat. And if we don't, no one will.
Yes. I suppose you're right.
Prophet, did you find your way around? Good. It is important that you get adjusted to this place. It will... Right now, we are still in the dark as to the true nature of this cycle. All we have are fragments, but we will change that.
Which ones?
The first one has to do with the stone fragments from Old Rashengrad. Pegast has not yet told you, but all of them together form a so-called sigilled stone, which we urgently need. The Arcanists have already put it together, but we still lack a part of the ritual to activate it. And for that, we need the memory of a dead person. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only prospect we have in this fight. Where do you want to start?
Start with the stone. What do we need for it?
I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The sigilled stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the Red Madness.
Protect how?
Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia.
So that's why we need the memory of a dead
Correct.
person.
The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago.
Enough to what? Somehow access his memories?
Yes. The ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can. Walk blessed, Prophet.
Word of the dead.
Prophet?
You. I heard you passed the trial without going to the novitiate. Congratulations, I guess. The Grand Master must think highly of you.
Oh, hey.
Oof.
Hmm?
So what? So spectacular about this? To me, our power like your average corpse.
Well, he isn't. Do you see this marking on his forehead? That's a symbol of the Ashian, one of the two priest castes who reigned over the Pyrean Empire like... Lightborn did over Vin. He was no high priest, but...
Guessing I won't find any more
Let's just hope he participated in the manufacture
butcher books in here. The Lost Brigand.
Well, hoping can't hurt.
Nothing? Okay.
Oh, hey.
Ah, just far.
But look, we have company.
Delvarek, Archmagister, how's the situation?
Walk blessed, Grandmaster.
Recolored set of
We're fine.
Sheogorath's
Everything's
clothes.
ready. So this is him?
You see.
Yes, this is the Prophet.
Interesting. Truly interesting. I imagined you to be... different. I'm Lexiel Meridil, Archmagister of the Holy Order. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So, where do we start? Has the Grandmaster already informed you of the goal of this mission?
We're supposed to somehow get a memory from this dead Pyrean because he knows the missing words for the
Correct.
ritual.
Now you're wondering, how will this be possible? This is where the word of the dead comes into play. An old relic we'll need to find.
The word of the dead? I thought that was a legend.
No, it exists. And we also know where. Just so you understand, the word of the dead is an artifact that allows entering a deceased person's mind to relive his last memories as if they were your own.
And you want to do just that with our frozen pal here. This is the grand plan, right?
Right. You'll need to locate the word of the dead, teleport the Pyrean's body to you, and then enter his thoughts. And there you'll have to look for the words of the ritual.
How am I supposed to find my way around in his memory? I don't speak
That's
Pyrean.
right, but the priest himself did. And according to the legend, this should allow you to understand.
Okay. Assuming I somehow get into these memories, what exactly do I need to look
Well,
for?
we only lack the last words of this ritual. What you have to look for is an ornamental scroll, which looks just like the one on the drawing I'll give you in a moment. All you have to do is remember the glyphs and the scroll, then write them down once you're back in the waking world.
Why does this ritual need words? The magic I know of is rather silent.
True, but we're talking about a different form of magic. It works similarly to the forbidden school of entropy.
Sounds daring.
You're telling me. I myself feel like a myriad in a toad's pond. But alternatively, we'd have to excavate every ruin on Vin and hope that some priest left one of the scrolls behind.
Alright then, so where can we find this
Well,
word of the dead?
There's an old manor in Enderal's west that belongs to an old collector of artifacts. We received a tip that the word of the dead is in his possession.
Hang on. Are you talking about this odd fellow with the puppets? The aged man from the folk song?
I am.
So we'll have to travel to his manor and somehow take the artifact from him?
You won't take it. It will be enough to find it, use it on the Pyrean, and then leave. You will travel to the manor with Dalvarek, wait for nightfall, and then introduce yourself to the aged man as a fellow collector of artifacts. Then you will offer him this brooch, and if all goes well, he will offer you a quarter for the night to negotiate in the morning. Then it's all a matter of timing. Sneak out of your room, look for the word of the dead, and teleport the Pyrean to you.
Why all the secrecy? Can't the Order just force the aged man to give up the artifact?
A good question, but no. The aged man is special, so to speak. Even the Lightborn ordered us to let him live in peace. The Black Guardian knows why. So, if we have to trick him, we will at least do it inconspicuously, which is why you and the mercenary are well suited for the task.
Why don't we just
no one
ask
will commit
him?
your faces to the Holy Order.
What do we do if something goes wrong?
Then you'll flee. There must be no violence, no matter what happens.
How exactly am I supposed to use this word of the dead on the Pyrean?
Yes, well, that is a good point. We don't know, because we don't even know what the artifact looks like. But how goes the saying? The proof of the eating is in the pudding.
We'll manage somehow. And even if we don't, it definitely sounds like an adventure.
It's a great responsibility, be aware of that. But I have faith in both of you. Now get going as soon as you can. This mission will be fruitful. I can feel it.
Whew. And there they go.
Shall we go?
Just meet me at the Myrids Tower at the Western Cliff. I'll go grab my stuff now.
So we're going to the aged man's abode. Doesn't the song say, if you batter at his door, say farewell to the world? Because, like, no one ever fucking comes back? Okay.
So,
Sure.
you actually made it, Prodigy.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Well, to do comes a point, and you just have to live with it. Monsieur?
Walk blessed, Fred.
Sure.
In a flight. Western Cliff. Okay.